Okay, well, I pressed the button, so.
She's pressed the button. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, back to Swashbuckler. Where we left off last time, you guys had sailed to the port city of Manlius because of a failed kidnapping that said bring the captain to Manlius to a certain bar to meet a certain person. Bridgestorm decoded it, figured out all what it meant. You guys have indeed found the bar in question. You have scoped it out exactly once during the day. It seemed kind of sparse. There were some people sitting around. But with the couple of folks that were there, I will remind you that you could ascertain that there was a table of 4 guards of some sorts trying to play it cool, act like they belong, that they're just patrons at the bar, but they were military age, gruff enough, looked like they could hold themselves in a fight, and there were 4 of them. But your point of contact that you were looking for, a Lieutenant Miron, was not there. We now return to the port city of Manlius.
I promised I'd play something for Adam when he got in here, but you started right away, and now it's going to seem
Like
really out of place, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Holy shit, I'm blasting out of both ends! My heart's a season, my lungs a wheezing!
Yeah, sorry.
Been waiting hours
Thank
for
you
this.
for that.
You're welcome. Well,
Who's not here? So,
let me get a honk of that Bobo. I fucking hate my life. I'm just gonna.
Oh.
he's gonna honk his own bobo.
Honk his own bobos.
What a sad life where you have to honk your own Bobo.
Ah,
It is the 12th of Legas, 1573, the last month. He's dead. The last month of summer.
In
It
game.
is
In game.
Late afternoon.
all right, late afternoon. We didn't find the people we were looking for.
Well, we
Let's
scouted.
try going. Let's go trying back at night.
Yeah, so we would come back to you. The thing is, I don't want to be here overnight, and if we do sleep here overnight, we'll have to take shifts because Blue's people knew within the day when we landed in Barrow. So I guarantee they already know that we're here.
We get to sleep on our
100%. It's not like we're hiding.
Well, you're certainly not. You walk around with a fucking mask on. Everybody knows who you are. Speaking of,
Yeah, maybe.
if we want you to go into this bar, you have to be disguised or something because
Shannon, what do you think a mask is? It's a disguise.
it's not a disguise if
Duh.
everyone knows
Have
your
you ever
mask.
considered a different mask?
Or
No.
what if you just didn't wear your mask for a little bit?
Yeah, you want to be a
Still
regular
no.
kitty cat.
blasphemy.
Does
People will
anyone
be looking for a guy named Mask.
does
Not-
anyone know disguise friends? I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the one?
Disguise
do.
someone
No,
else.
because yeah, disguise self is just for you. There's one that disguises up to 4 people, I thought. But I don't have it.
disguise 4 people?
Mask of my
No,
friends'
4.
faces.
Oh.
The number 4.
Sorry.
So, but
No.
Mai had a point. She said, "Oh, it's called the Blues Wheelbarrow, or Blue Wheelbarrow, so it's probably Blues fucking thing." And I don't want to fight a whole bar.
Or
Fuck 'em.
someone's just coming up with weird names for
Woo.
taverns.
Now let's do
And
this.
it
Let's
just
fucking go
happened
in
to
guns
be that
blazing.
Blues guys are
No.
in Blue Wheelbarrow. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I don't believe in coincidence. 549 cheers from Scout Trooper.
We have an
We
elf
are
who's
wonderful
currently
DMs.
boiling the sea, so, I mean, you should believe in something.
It turns off after a while. I think it's only a minute. It's no longer boiling.
We commit war crimes every ship battle.
Thank you, DM Rob. Thank you. I'm
mean
gonna need this. I can feel it.
Yeah, what? There's no we. You.
You made the fucking thing.
Cheers.
Technically,
In fact, you're the one who wants to shoot it.
This is
no,
true.
I'm the one who,
I made him.
I'm the only one who's gonna aim it.
That's the scene we devolve into immediate pedantry.
Okay.
Fucking-
What sneaky way can we go about this to try to find the lieutenant?
Sneakily.
Yes. But
What if we
how?
don't do it sneakily?
We fight a whole bar and maybe get in trouble with Durgunian guards, and I don't want to do
You know
that.
who
I
goes
like
to bar,
Durgan.
Shannon? Degenerates. And do you know what you
don't
can
have
do
to go
with
to the bar.
degenerates? You pay for their beer, and they're not degenerates.
We can literally pay a bunch of people with the copious amounts of money we have to give us information or just like be on the lookout.
But how
for
do we
stuff.
know that they're not already working for Blue? How do you know that that information is accurate and helpful?
We're privateers, right?
Yes.
We're not loyal to any one side.
Right.
People pay us to do things for any side.
Do you
More
think that
people like that
Blue's
exist.
men would be open to being paid to give proper information?
No,
or
I'm
do you
saying
think that...
everyone else.
Shannon, those
But the
people in that
problem
bar
is you don't
probably.
know if they're just a regular
Then I'm
citizen.
just gonna commit a war
or...
crime on this entire
Please,
town.
no.
Yeah.
I've tried nothing and I'm all out of ideas.
I'm gonna treat all these people in this bar like junior Marines and offer them alcohol in lieu of their loyalty.
Okay, so, but
Alright, you.
I
Why don't you
would still
fucking stop
recommend
directly attacking
that
me?
when you go into Blue Wheelbarrow, that you are disguised in some manner, please. That's my request. If we're paying off random people to try and get information, I'm okay with that. But you walking into this tavern will probably be bad for us.
A druid, a
Place
cat,
the
and
city
a...
guard or something?
What was that?
Why don't we contact like the city guard, the Thieves Guild, people who are pliable with money who will do stuff without asking a lot of questions. Like any of those people, I'm sure we could find some people in this town outside of that bar.
You know what?
To
You're
watch
the
that
one who
bar.
can persuade people, so I trust your judgment on this. As long as we're not fighting a whole ass bar, I'm okay.
We
Because I
have 2
don't.
ships full of dudes.
Yeah.
Plus the ships.
We're not storming Manlius.
Look. Maybe we are.
Oh.
The more that you talk about it, the more interesting it gets. Like the more
It does. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
excited about storming this port.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, I think we're already there.
Alex, you're also Durgunian. You do not want to do this, right?
I mean,
What his
We
character
just-
would do.
He does.
we let them know what's going to happen. We're coming for the bar. You know, don't be there. You know, to be fine.
Rob, I'd like to spend some time walking around the city looking for any thieves' can't marks or anything like that, since I saw the one near the bar.
Yeah, apparently there's loot
So I'm
in the
looking
bar.
for like safe house or what is it, sanctuary, or a fence or something, anything like that.
You spot un dangerous locale around a enchanter's shop. You spot numerous escape routes that point to various alleyways. You do spot a loot nearby by a general store that's also has like an apartment upstairs. You do see a clothier that has a protected by the guild symbol. You see 2 safe houses just off the market district at like 2 corner lot apartment buildings. And you do roll me a d20 to see if you spot the Thieves Guild in the search.
While he's doing that, also, Rob, thank you very much for gifting 3 tier 1 subs. I appreciate it.
In your first hour, you do not spot a Thieves Guild logo.
Okay. I'll return and relay what I've found.
There's
Specifically,
also-
the enchanters one has my kind of like you said dangerous spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an apothecary. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, the enchanter shop is a dangerous locale.
That's
Now,
odd.
how would I interpret that? Like the enchanter himself is like hostile, or like there is another place here that within the shop that is dangerous to be at.
You would translate it to that any in that area, whether in the shop, around the business, it would be particularly dangerous to do any kind of thieving about roguing or drawing attention to
Okay.
yourself.
That makes sense.
Which
That's
means
cool.
there's some law around here.
Magic. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
like wards or something. I don't know.
The
we can
apothecary.
check and see if the safe
is
houses are full.
You want to check the safe houses?
No, I'm talking to the group.
Hmm.
Since I
Check and see if
relay
there's
that
anyone in there.
information, like we can see if anyone's staying in safe houses, if maybe they're like in hiding.
Well,
But
I
I
mean,
mean-
you have connections with the Thieves Guild. Can you pay somebody from them for information on Murkon so that we
Ooh,
know?
yeah.
That's
Well,
kind
we
of what
haven't
I'm
been able
trying
to
get at,
find
like-
the Thieves Guild yet.
Yeah. So in lieu of finding them, we can take more time and do that. But I'd also like, if the safe houses are full, maybe we can like see in.
Fuck it,
if
I'm gonna
it's
look around with him.
no. All right, you look. I'm gonna go like try to get a view in the safe houses if possible to see who's there.
Mask.
I'm
Give
gonna
me a
go-
D20 roll.
I'm gonna go with DC.
Oh,
God,
my
I'm
That's-
twice as good as you.
That's 100% better than what I.
I will give you that you find a street vendor who sells street food, has the easy mark thieves can't symbol on it.
That's
Oh.
mean.
Street food. Spy on your enemies for you. Street food.
Oh, I just thought that meant that they could easily steal from that street food guy. So
Also, that yes.
I
I
thought
believe so. Yes.
that's mean.
I love it.
Britchstorm and Slate, give me a investigations check for checking out the safe houses.
Investigation.
That's not
I'm
bad.
gonna turn
Ah,
off
well.
advantage.
Bad for
'cause
him.
I'm learning 2 years later.
Yay.
Several years into the campaign.
Yep. I know what I'm about, and I'm sorry.
He's not.
The northernmost safe house, there is an old lady sitting out on her stoop in her little rocking chair, blanket
target.
over her lap, and she is
With
just
a
watching
gat.
people go by with a nice little smile and waving. And you see that she's got a small little table with a pipe on it that's just burning. And every few often, she brings the pipe up and puffs a couple puffs and puts it back down. At the southernmost safe house, you make your rounds around it. You try to scope it out for about 15 minutes. There's no movement, nothing inside the windows. The curtains seem to be drawn on most of the windows, but it doesn't seem like anybody's home.
Oh.
That could be nothing or something. I don't know.
That's
That's
what
no
I'm saying.
real good information.
Yeah, it's pretty vague.
I think we'd be better off finding the Thieves Guild.
Yeah. Yeah, we should probably find the Guild of Thieves.
All right,
So do
as
you
the
need,
sun,
criminal Alex,
as
you
it's,
guys wanna, like,
oh,
Who's talking?
I was going to yield to the player, but okay. The sun is getting pretty low on the horizon. It is summer, so you got a couple hours of daylight left. But yes, if you would like to continue looking for the thieves for the next hour, every rogue or anybody who knows the thieves can't symbol may make a D20 roll.
D20.
I just hand it to or
Oh
show it
my
to
God.
So fucking good.
non-rogues.
Why?
There's more rogues in this party than not, which is wild.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Thieves can't. I'm a druid.
Oh, I'm getting better by 2.
Oh, Birch.
I got worse. Somehow.
I've gotten slightly okie dokie.
Rich Storm, you get the wild idea to follow a couple of escape route symbols, and you actually find the Thieves Guild.
The
Hey guys,
wild,
I did it.
wild idea.
So,
We're not good at puzzles.
Let's go see.
I would
I
like
agree.
one of you to say good job. That would be nice.
no, we're not
Good
fishing for
job.
compliments here.
We said.
Thank you. That's all I wanted. Let's go.
Gotta do it sooner next time. Piss.
Oh my god. No.
What do we even pay for?
Cooking.
No.
You pay him to cook.
That's true. That's true.
All right.
I'm
Why am I
not.
Thieves
fifth
Guild.
salary?
Yeah, Thieves Guild.
I'm
Ooh.
looking for the art. I'm looking for the
Let's-
art.
Pay some people for information.
No.
And
Ah,
not.
Shannon's number one thing. Let's bribe someone today.
I'd rather bribe someone in a seedy Thieves Guild than get
Seedy
bodied by a whole tavern.
CD thieves.
CD nut.
It's funny. You've come so far from when we first met you.
Walking up to the unassuming basement walk-up door that has the Thieves Guild blended in above it, you knock on it. A human in a salt and pepper chin strap beard opens the door, looks at you all, and gives you the challenge that thieves can't. Like, are you friend? You know, in thieves can't, it's like something like trying to get out of the weather, friends.
Hell yeah, sister.
Yeah, what the fuck is this guy about? He's great.
I take it you responded back in thieves
Thieves
can't.
can't.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do the smart things.
Okay.
Hell yeah,
He
sister.
kinda gives a
in
chuckle.
Thieves-
He kind of gives a chuckle. You see his other arm like move a lever, and you hear like a couple of things like you hear like springs like go back to loading instead of like loosening.
Ooh,
And he
that's
opens the door
orange.
even wider as you just see like a compartment in the ceiling like close back up. Everybody who would be at the front door, at the first three people in the lead, give me a perceptions check.
I wouldn't be.
Well, that would be the thieves.
The three rogues, I would assume. Yes.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Nominate them.
Uh-oh.
Perceive.
20.
A nat 1 gives you a 20. Are you fucking for real?
I have a what's it called? Reliable
Mechanism.
talent. If I'm
Oh.
proficient in it, no matter what my roll is, if it's below a 10, it's a 10.
That is sick nasty.
Should be
What a
illegal.
rogue.
I've seen it all.
Mask, you were able to see that it was a crossbow mechanism that was halfway descended from the ceiling that is being sealed back up in its little ceiling compartment.
Oh,
They've got
Look at these guys.
turrets.
I think they just got like a spring-loaded gun.
I think we
A
should
shotgun
get
on each
Alex to
bar.
make some of those around our fucking safe house. That'd be sick.
We only have
You know how
one
many times
safe house.
Set them up
You know
around
what
the
I'm doing?
farm to protect it. I don't know.
Some turrets.
That'd be cool.
I know some people with turrets.
I agree.
You guys walk
Hey,
down. You guys walk into the basement walk up. It turns left, it turns right as it continues to go down, as it opens up into this little underground cavern. Small, quaint sitting area. There is a Leonin who's standing there serving up some alcohol. You see a halfling doing some appraising of some gems on their merchant scale with another human, and you see another human reading over what looks like a scroll completely in Thieves' Cant and partially Pigpen cipher.
Great. Wait a minute. In what?
It's in Thieves'
thing
Cant
you do.
and Pigpen cipher.
Okay. Well, the only time I've ever gotten Pigpen Cipher or seen it is when the Blue sends his messages to his homies.
Oh.
So I don't like that.
Yeah, you gonna sidle up to that guy?
You think I should?
I'm not you. You know this guild stuff better than me.
I'm starting to kind of second guess if I know much of anything. Yeah, I'll take a quick jaunty walk over.
As he breaks from the group to walk over to that guy, the Leonin serving drinks like looks up and in like broken Thieves' Cant and common, he says like a mix of like, "Come on in, friends, and grab a drink," and then in Thieves' Cant it's like, "What business do you require? If I could help." As you guys probably faff off away from Birchstorm. Birchstorm, when you saddle up to this guy reading his little parchment, you see him like let go and it like the scroll like curls back up. And do you like sit down or do you just approach the table?
I just like approach the table.
He eyes up at you and goes, he sizes you up real quick and he's like, "Evening, friend. Help you with? Or are you with the web?"
I'm with neither. I'm actually just blown in from the ocean. Where did you learn how to write that?
Oh, he unfurls it just a little bit and he goes, "You never seen Thieves' Cant written out?" Are you talking about
have,
this? And he points to the Pigpen cipher.
the pig pens. I've deciphered that before, but I've never seen it anywhere other than like this area. I've never seen anybody write it out before.
You see him flash like a toothy smile, and he goes, "Wow, since you said you're not with the web, could I interest you in some participation?"
Part, I actually have kind of like a full
Full-time job.
Full
thing. Yeah, I would love to.
Sorry.
It sounds
Sorry,
cool.
friend. Yeah, sorry, friend. What I mean to say is, information isn't cheap, and it comes with a price. But you have to be a friend of the web.
Oh, I have to be a part of the web to get information.
He
Well,
reaches down into his wallet and he pulls out a spear. He's like, "You've ever seen these?"
Oh my god, my captain has some of those.
Is it lit?
Oh, so your captain's a part of the web.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh.
He is. He's pretty
Oh.
cool.
Then your
Theos.
captain knows information is traded using some spheres. Lit or done, doesn't matter. But if you're interested in knowing what I've got here, gladly share it for some spheres.
All right, well, I'm gonna go get you some spheres, and I finger gun and turn around, and I like quickly walk over to Max. Hey,
Hi.
this is one of those sphere places.
Like Theos?
Oh.
Yeah, like Theos. Yeah, like Theos,
I know
that's
that
right.
guy.
So if we want information or stuff in this area, it seems like they prefer that over monies.
Oh, well, is it just that guy, or is it also the all of the guild? Like the nice bartender
Oh.
here? Is that
No, you
My-
definitely see the fencer who's done weighing the gems pay in coins to the thief who's fencing off the gems.
Oh, so you just found another best friend. That's neat.
Got a lot
I
of
don't know how to
those.
feel about that.
The only spheres we have right now, I think they're all done, right?
Allegedly.
I mean, they're your balls, dude.
Yeah, L them.
Madam.
Probably shouldn't talk to the Commodore that way, but oh well.
Oh, go on.
Blue ball!
I have a
Okay.
bunch of them. I don't know if they're still lit.
If you check them, they're done.
Okay. I have 184 done spheres.
It's gotta be worth some kind of information.
Yes, it is currency.
I meant that towards Birch for the guy, the halfling that he was talking to.
Yeah. So might be good for you to go over and talk to that little man.
Are you allowed to call
I mean,
him that?
Yeah, no, they're pretty cool about it. They know, like, it's all subjective.
Okay.
Like, they call
but-
me big man, but they don't mean it like a big guy. Like, I'm just, objectively taller than them.
Do they?
Sometimes.
Can I get?
It's more-
Can I look at the Leonin? Can I just get an ale over here, please?
He pops the top off one of his Alto wine bottles. He goes, there you go.
How much is this?
5 copper if you got it.
Done.
I've been
Thank you.
deactivated here.
Yeah, I was like, it's
Goodbye.
not
You're supposed to ask for price before you imbibe. We've talked about this.
No, imbibe time while you guys sort this stuff out. Thank you.
Yeah, I love this we sorted out.
Wee.
We.
Hi, Jay.
Yeah, so I guess we'll go talk to the man. See if he's got any informations.
As you both approach, again, he lets the parchment curl back close, and he looks up at you all and he smiles. He goes, you must be the captain. I heard you're a friend.
I am a friend, and I hear that you're part of the web.
Yes, I am. I'm one of the information brokers here at this Thieves Guild. I can help you change out any of your lit spheres for done spheres, or we can partake in the bartering and trading of information. You're fellow compatriot here was pretty interesting in this piece of scroll I got. Happy to share.
How
Yeah,
much?
thank you.
I have done spheres, I should say.
Okay. Well, how much do you want to know? Do you want to know where I got it from, who wrote it, and what's on it?
What's on it?
What's on it? I'll call it 5 done spheres.
Okay. I'll hand the man 5 duns first.
He unrolls it and he goes, "Well, what's on here is a nice report from one of my other information gatherers who I've got on the inside of a very particular nasty slave ring. You see, the slave ring communicates primarily in this pigpen fashion, something your compatriot there told me he learned and also knows how to read. And this is the Thieves Cant that translates that to something I can read, because I can't read this pigpen.
Oh, so you can't read it, but you know what it is.
I know what it
identify
is, and I know what it tells me," and he lets it curl back up. What? Anything else you want to know about that?
Do you want me to teach you how to read that?
I would be most gracious for you to teach me how to read that. Probably could save my inside man a lot of trouble.
Absolutely. It will cost you 5 dun spheres.
Before he plunks the 5 spheres into his own wallet, he rolls them over daftly with his whole little palm hand, and all 5 of them roll evenly towards you.
Perfect. And I give them back to the captain. Here you go. These are yours. You earned these. Good job.
Wow, look at us.
Okay. I will sit down next to the man and write out a key for him.
He whistles and he's like, "Wow." And then he pulls out another piece of parchment and like tests your key against his pig pen. And then you, when he does it, you notice that he's spelling out common words that are kind of off. That it looks like this one is doubled Caesar ciphered with a pig pen cipher.
Oh, okay. So I explained to him that sometimes when you write in Pigpen, you can like slide the alphabet to the left or the right, and it's kind of like up to him to like find out where A is. And I show him what I mean by that.
He, as you show him, you don't see his hand ever go to his pocket, but when he slides, when you slide like the example back to him, he plops 5 more spheres in front of you.
Ah, beautiful. More space. Thank you.
Oh, this is beautiful too. Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to let Miron a chance to get those back, you want to know what the organization is?
I tell you what, I will give you all 10 back if you tell me who they are and where their leader is.
Well, can't tell you where the leader is. We've been trying to track that guy down. But the organization is the Blue Feather Slavers.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I'll give you 5 back for that. So I'll roll the 5 back. And then I will say, is there any chance you may know about a base of operations here or a place where, they like to hang out? And do they have any like markings? Is there any way to identify them?
He flashes a toothed smile and he goes, "It's a lot of information, and I actually can answer most of that. How much is it to you?"
You just tell me how they identify themselves and maybe whatever you think is a small enough tidbit to warrant these 5 dun spheres.
It'll cost you 7.
All right. Well, I only have 5.
I'll give you 2.
Okay, never mind it. I now have more.
You are all very good friends, I see. Anywho.
God.
So, there actually is a part of their operation here in Manlius. That's why I'm here, trying to track these guys down. I also moonlight as an inquisitor, informant.
Okay.
So the Blue Wheelbarrow seems to be the neutral ground, and then there's another bar just at the edge of town, right into the rock cliffs as soon as it get craggy over there. And that seems to be their little skiff point in and out of Manlius to wherever their other base of operations is called. I know it's called the Rookery. As far as identifying, they don't really wear any other identifying marks. It's kind of hard to tell them apart. But I do know of their one man that's here in Manlius, and I can tell you who he is and what he is and where you can find him for 3 additional spheres.
Well, what if we just work together?
We already know who it is.
We don't have,
We just need to know where he is.
100% common goals, but there is a commonality between us. So
We've
why
worked with
not?
the Inquisitors before.
We sure have.
we have, but we could help you figure out whatever you're looking for, and by doing so, it'll probably help us get to, accomplish our means here.
I am indeed looking for the Rookery, the base of operations, and where their leader is. Because I already have proof that they partake in slavery. With all these things together, I can hand it off to the Inquisitor, and the Inquisitor force will come down hard and hopefully end this whole organization's reign of terror.
Are you
Man,
guys?
isn't that the plan?
Are you guys, Captain? Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Can I hear this from the bar?
I mean, it's not
Probably
loud,
not.
but it's quiet enough in here that you can hear the conversation if you're honing in on it with your ears.
Yeah, well, big ol' elf ears. I'm gonna pop over.
The halfling looks over and more friends, I presume.
Yeah. You know Theos then, yes?
I do.
Well, I don't know much about trading information, but it does sound like we're after the same guys of Blues, and I'm assuming you're after Lieutenant Miron, because we are.
Oh, so you do know his man here in the port city. Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't help it over here. You're an Inquisitor, and we've
No, sorry, ma'am.
No.
Inquisitor informant. I am not formally with the Inquisitors, but I help the Thieves Guild here keep the heat off by working with the Inquisitors and giving them information to other such crimes.
Okay, well, we do have papers that we have taken off of people who work for Blue, especially with that cipher that Birch mentioned.
Mhm.
That's how we were able to come to Manlius, because they were supposed to take our Commodore here to Lieutenant Miron. So.
You don't say, friend of Theos. I take it you were a runaway?
Oh, no, we've been a thorn in Blue's side because we've, you know how Dondea used to be Cran, and then it got swapped because the magistrate was dealing with slavers? Yeah, we were the reason why he got caught, because we found proof.
That was you all?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yep, the masked maiden.
So you're part of the Praeton's order?
Yeah, that's Burton, Alex Burton over there.
Got some pull, it's not just a moment.
Well, hello.
No,
So you're
that's
Praeton
enough.
order people. Oh. Well, then I assume that you're after Blue for justice.
Yes, and
murder.
Well,
Justice via murder.
He tried to take our
He's gonna die.
Commodore, so it's personal on multiple levels at this point.
But he do the slavery.
The slavery is the real reason, because he's garbage.
I'm pretty sure we've all either shot and or blown up each other, but it's the slavery that's the problem.
We, sir, we have all done.
I think
we've all blown each other
shot
up with
and blown up
TNT.
every single one of us.
Alex, you've blown us up so many times.
It's
all just practice.
now.
It's all just practice.
I don't know how to quit getting blown up by Alex.
Yeah. See? I know what I did. I monopolized that market, baby.
That's so the dumbest thing you've said.
But yes, Mr. Inquisitor Informant.
I say a lot of dumb shit, too.
We have a common enemy, and we're looking for Lieutenant Miron because apparently when they tried to kidnap our Commodore, they were going to take him back to the lieutenant.
Yeah.
We just don't know where it is, and we can almost guarantee that they already know we're here because they've apparently got somebody tracking us.
Yeah, they're real shitters about it.
So we've lost. So what you're telling me is we lost all. You all have lost the covert edge in trying to infiltrate the group even further, or are you just coming
No,
in
they don't
here
know
to?
we're here.
I mean, they've been tracking us, so the assumption is that they know that we're in this port at the very least.
Right. And has the Lieutenant Miron seen you all yet?
We don't even know what she looks like. We didn't even realize it was a she until we talked to Captain Gorm, and he let slip that it's a she. And we're not sure if he's in on it or what, but that was weird.
He do be letting
You,
it slip sometimes.
you see the halfling's ears like perk
Oh,
up
baby.
and goes,
Mm-hmm.
You're very,
What?
you're very generous. That's all.
Oh yeah, no, we don't mind like actually giving information for.
Oh no,
like,
I'm worse at lying, so it's better to just be above board. It'll probably get me killed one day, but oh well.
Like this day. Hey, yeah, step, Brim.
Force Spear, I will tell you what Captain Grom got wrong.
Commodore, you're the one with the spheres.
Yes, I will
big
give you.
spear guy. Big spear guy. I can respect it.
Big balls.
Hmm?
You
Can
heard
you
the
give him
lady.
a? Can you give him a sphere?
I did.
Blue ball!
It's blue balls, yes.
I hope
You
that
roll
they're
a spear for
tinted.
him. He goes, and he takes the spear and he throws it into it. Like he clicks it underneath to his like lap off the table, and he goes, "Captain Grom was wrong. Lieutenant Miron is a he and is a dwarf."
Lieutenant Whomst?
The hell?
All right. So that was weird. Why did he say it was a feminine name? I don't get it.
Miron is a feminine name in the Dirganian circles and cultures, but for whatever reason, this dwarf has that name, and he is a lieutenant in this organization. I also know that Lieutenant Miron is the only way you get into the back entry of this skiff launching place behind this other bar deep at the other side of the port city.
I know that man.
So that would be the information we really need. So we would have to buy that. We were considering paying someone for information on where the lieutenant is, but
Very well.
maybe there's, I don't know. I'm not good at the sneaky stuff.
Two
It's not
spheres,
really a
and I
sneaky
tell you the
thing.
locations you can find them.
Is one of them the blue whatever?
One sphere then. Unless you also want to know his usual times.
Never mind.
How about the
time
two
would be
for
good.
when he is there? Yes.
I can make an accord with that.
All right. Well, there's
I don't
no
know what kind of
incidents,
instrument that is.
Yes.
I roll him my 2 spearies.
He is there at the Blue Wheelbarrow, primarily close to sundown, for 5 hours into the night until he
What?
walks across the town and he goes to the other bar called the Private Prison.
Well, that sounds not great.
The old prison rocket.
It's the old port prison. It is now a bar that is
okay.
quite literally the hole in the wall of the old prison. But
Okay.
it was the way the prison operated, where it didn't take the criminals through the town. It instead put them on skiffs and went out the back entrance to the cave. Obviously, access to the skiff, harbor in the cave is you're unable to access it from the bar, but it's around there.
Okay. Well, this guy's been dope.
He'll go there after being at the Blue Wheelbarrow, and then he leaves that sometime in the morning. I believe he sleeps there.
Okay. Okay. I see you.
Well, knowing where he sleeps is excellent information. Jesus.
I like this guy.
Like the cut of his jibs.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how you're all planning to get in there, but obviously, if you find any additional evidence, or if you need my help trying to maybe blend in there, perhaps we should come up with a way where we disguise you all and I teach you some of the unsavory ways to go about asking for stock, as they call it, to try to get an appointment to get further in. I don't know how you would plan to, but I will help you if I can.
Wow. Did you just use the word help?
It does seem like our goals are aligned, as your friend Elf here said that you want to bring him to justice as well.
Mhm.
All right.
Well,
Good job,
Part
Fred.
justice,
before
part
we go-
not being hunted anymore would be nice.
yeah, no. Before we go sneaking anywhere, I'm going to really quick make a copy of the Ledger of Kids, and I say, you are an informant for the Inquisitors, and the more people that know this information, the better. We did get a list of children that were bought into slavery and sold to different ports. Here are the names of the fencers in those towns. The more people that know in power, the better, so that they can find these kids and bring them home.
You see him like shocked and surprised that you just like freely handed this to him, and he's just like, "Oh, you are really generous."
I just want them to be safe.
She wants justice.
Justice.
Come on, man.
She's a bat.
I appreciate that.
oats.
And this will definitely
Small
go
boy
towards
Sunday.
the evidence.
We're devolving. We're devolving. We're riffing.
I can definitely provide this as evidence to the Inquisitors, but I still require to know where the rookery is and where their head is, which, as I understand, you all understand him to be Blue himself.
Hmm.
I assume the rookery is right next to the bishopry or the knightery and behind the pawnery.
All right. All right.
Ah.
Yeah.
Captain Slate, you're the only one who's ever seen Blue in person. Do you think you would want to sell the information of what he actually looks like? That's very important information.
I bet it is.
No.
Okay.
Prim, anyone ever tell you you're terrible at having a power stroke with information?
Power stroke.
Power stroke.
What does that even
Yeah,
mean?
what the
Are you
fuck
having are you having a power stroke right now?
Hell yeah, brother.
6.7 liter.
That's a
Turbo
made-up turn of
V8
phrase,
power stroke.
Captain. I'm sorry.
Please explain what you mean.
No.
Okay. No, and I'll tell you why.
Never.
Outside of other company, privately would be the word I would look for.
Well, you guys are more
Probably.
interested in selling and trading information. I just want justice.
That's how this works.
Yes.
Okay. The rogues know the Thieves Guild. I get it.
Yeah, we're trying to teach you how to thieve.
I don't want to learn.
Yeah, and I didn't want to know that a crab could rip a man apart, but I did, and I'm better for it.
I mean, you
If they were
probably
big
could.
enough, they do it to all of us.
You just Slate just blurt that out.
Yes.
If that rug, they probably would.
Okay, so
You're an interesting lot.
yeah.
Oh, that is putting it lightly, sir. Also, what's your name?
What a
we
courteous
didn't-
understatement.
Yeah, it's like we didn't introduce
It's not important.
ourselves.
We don't do that here.
I'm just to be nice.
What would he
It's
want to
nice
be
know.
called? It doesn't have to be his real name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him BDJ.
I'm Shelley Mazenoble.
Hey.
Yeah.
Power stroke over there.
Nice
Yeah.
to meet you, Shelly.
Commodore Powers.
Hell yeah, brother.
Jesus Christ.
On the side of my
Oh,
Ford F1 Ranger.
That's
Ford fucking Ranger.
You goddamn right.
Shelly.
all right. We're done losing our minds slowly but inevitably, or
No, we still have 2 more hours of this.
Let's go find this shitbag. Yay.
The shipback in
Shitbag
question.
murder, you say?
You got the Blue Wheelbarrow.
That's the goal.
What time is it now?
How
I
far
did
was the sun from
exactly.
the horizon before you came down?
You
Time
said
for a power
exactly
stroke.
somewhat.
exactly a little bit.
So we had a couple of hours.
Okay.
Perfect time for a power stroke.
Shut
If you
up.
approach the Blue Wheelbarrow, and I'll give this to you for free because the Madame is so free-flowing with her information. In exchange, when you approach the Blue Wheelbarrow and hear bagpipes, you know Lieutenant Miron is there.
All right.
Dwarf that likes bagpipes. I've never heard of that before.
You know, that's pretty bigoted. You know, Prim, I don't appreciate making broad swaths about other people's cultures.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, water boy.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
okay. All right. All right. Looks like I'm the tolerant one in this group.
No.
Water boy.
That's fair. Mr. Jiggums is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I can't even say that that's probably accurate because he chases around a fake bird all day.
That's true.
Commodore, you gonna wear the mask the whole time?
Yes. That's how this works.
Why wouldn't I wear my
boy.
finery?
You gonna be a worried Nancy the whole fucking trip? We're gonna send you back to the damn boat. God.
I have a feeling you're gonna need me to heal you after this. Or during.
Wow.
I don't
Wow.
think you can fix brain damage.
You can't. You cannot. New brain. I'll take his.
He's been knocked unconscious multiple times.
So many times.
It's gotta cause some issues.
It's called dabblage. You know the one.
I'm there. I've claimed it. My Dane Blamlage.
Now I feel like I'm having a
They
stroke.
said it couldn't be done.
Who's they? And why have they lied directly to you?
Okay, let's go. Let's go do this. My hot chocolate is cold now.
What we're leaving and just heading outside to the bar.
I don't know. Prim rushed us out, and now we're here, standing in the middle of the road.
We're
let's make a
still
decision in the middle
yeah.
of the road.
Make a decision.
No.
Instead of yelling at each other, let's pick a place.
Okay, we're going to the Blue Lagoon Whale place.
The bagpipes probably aren't playing yet. We still got time. Is there anything
well,
you guys
maybe
need
if
to
we-
do in town first?
Yo, if we get in before they start playing, we don't have to pay a cover charge.
Thank you. Someone gets it.
I don't know
What's
if
the
that's
cover
how it's
charge?
gonna work, but you know what? Maybe.
We're gonna
Also,
die here.
more time to
We're
get
gonna die.
fucked up.
We're gonna die.
Maybe not that with an inevitable fight probably on our hands here.
Inevitable.
All right, partially.
Inevitable.
It is inevitable.
It is inevitable.
There's strong
Okay.
evidence to suggest.
What does it take?
Carefully, don't get too whelmed.
I'm so well.
I've
Oh
become
shit! Is
mildly
Mai
numb.
still with you, or is she? Oh, she's here.
No, she stayed at home. Oh, did she? Did she come into the port? Or did she stay in the safety of the ship because we all knew there was murder afoot?
Yeah, there's.
All right,
Who knows?
you've made it back to the
I
Blue
really hope that she
Wheelbarrow.
can hold her own. Now I'm
Who knows what
nervous. I don't want her to
We're
get hurt.
about. Maybe.
All right, let's find a table.
Is she here with us?
Yeah.
She
look at her.
is.
She's right
She's
there.
right
dude.
there.
Look at her.
Dear
Just
God.
doing it.
I just walk over to her and I hand her a potion of healing.
Just in case. You never know.
What is this?
It's
Oh no.
um Captain Slate, I'm giving your charge a potion of healing. If something happens, bars, port towns, notorious for the brawling. They love to get in fights. Also, the official indicator of a real fight is when a chair is thrown, but usually the chair is thrown at the most unsuspecting person. You may be that target. So if you take a stool to the face and you're feeling not so okay, chug this and you're going to feel right as rain.
Also, whoever threw it's
Oh.
gonna fucking die.
Oh,
We did not know you were a particularly lively bunch, but I guess I should have expected that.
We've been around.
I
Is
just look
there
at Birch.
Is there a keg like that they're pouring out of a tap?
Yeah.
Is it the one that we can
Didn't you
see
know we were lively?
right here?
Yeah.
I just go, it's just too sweet for you.
Just
All right,
Take my
I'm gonna
seat
sit in
right
one of the
here.
places that lets me see the door, so that we know when anybody comes in.
Uh, The tavern keeper points at Cat and goes, "I'm sorry, whatever that is, it's not allowed in."
That's my
Alex.
captain.
No, Alex is robot.
Oh,
Their service animal.
this one?
It's his
It's a
emotional support
machination.
cat.
It's a machine,
Shut up, these.
not an animal.
Doesn't sound particularly safe to be in this establishment. I'm gonna have to.
You are not wrong.
Outside.
You're not wrong. I'll give you that. You, sir, have a good eye. You're
Alex,
not wrong.
You're not allaying any fears. Just can
Yeah,
I'll
can
just
cat
put him
wait
out the front.
outside?
I'll just put the cat out the front door, like 5 feet out the front door.
That'll work. So must keep my patrons safe. You understand?
I do, and I keep him with me to keep us safe.
No, he doesn't. I assure you.
Shut the fuck up, sir.
As someone who's
sir.
taken a
That was
fucking
the most realistic interaction we've had yet.
Whoa!
The first junior to senior officer interaction.
Rob,
Yeah.
is there a
Power stroke upside your head.
little cork thing on top of this cask?
Yeah.
You mean a cork in the bunghole?
Yeah, I didn't know where it was on the fucking keg.
Yeah, it's there.
I just wanted to say bunghole.
Okay, good.
I figured.
So,
The bartender slides over to you, Mask, and goes, "What can I get for you?"
Power strokes.
I'll take some of whatever you got in here, and I'll tap the keg on the side.
Very well. A little grog for you as well. Do you need a straw for that?
Is what?
Your face, sir. Do you need a straw, or you'll be removing your
So
prostate?
that you can drink under the mask.
Neither.
Very well. He pulls a drop of mead from the cask, and he slaps it on the table and says that'll be 2 copper.
Okay, 2 copper. And when I slapped it, how full
Solid.
did it seem?
Solidly full. Like it, and like the sound immediately was absorbed.
Fresh tapped.
Okay, as soon as he goes to turn his back and take Prim's order,
Yep.
or whoever's order away from here,
Yeah, it's
I'm
gonna be
gonna try and pop the cork out and dump my flask in there.
Which flask?
The one I have.
Oh, no.
Water skin.
What?
What's in the water skin?
You
I
know
know.
what it is.
Yeah, I do. And I
Please
do.
remind
juice.
me.
It's the loopy tea.
The tea!
I have a whole fucking water flask of loopy tea.
I love
My
the
God.
tea.
He's drugging them.
So you're gonna have to give me a sleight of hand check to do this as the bartender comes over to Winston and Primrose and asks for their drinks. Drink order.
A 34?
Did you just say 34?
Yeah.
Did he stutter?
Jeezo fucking Pete. I've beat it by 175%.
Yeah, nobody sees you do this.
Yeah, I'll fucking say.
Technically, that's a 170% score.
Winston, what are y'all drinking?
Well, now I want whatever's in the keg.
I would like anything but that.
I
That's
want
okay.
that. I love that
We're
stuff.
fighting you can't fight him high, don't fight him at all.
Good news, none of you know what I put in there.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you can try to make the perception
Oh,
check.
there's
For sure
no
we can all
way.
fucking fight high.
I was,
But
Oh,
I
you
don't
wanna-
think anybody saw Captain Mask do that.
no, I was just saying the
Perception,
house ale
maybe.
because I would figure I'd have to sip while we wait for this person. So
Winston asks for the lemon
Got
mead,
20.
which is
I saw
not
him do it.
that
I saw him do it. Kiss my ass, you piece of shit.
That's not how that works. Shut
that
the
is
hell
not
up.
how that works.
Fuck.
His eyes crit.
Is that you're not even sitting yet?
I can see through time and space, but I can't see why kids love the taste of cinnamon toast crunch.
Oh my lord!
What a fucking ball! What a ball!
4 copper for both Winston and Primrose. He asks Slayton and Mai what they will have to drink.
Same thing I had here last time. I pull out
There.
a lime.
Welcome back, sir. As he takes it out of your hand, goes to make your
They
drink.
know me here.
You know what I like.
He brings it back to your drink back to you.
That's my she wants to try it.
She's like, "Oh yes, please. I need to know what's up about these limes."
I gotta know what the lime hype is all about.
Dude, he's not going to
Be
share
in
the
lime
limelight.
life.
That's good.
all of you.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Alex, what will you be having?
Beer, ale, whatever you've got on
Pull-
tap.
Is that how you
Pulls-
sound while you're like
I
super
was
close to that
confused
lady?
because yeah, so I sauntered up to the lady to just be like,
Excuse
Oh, you're
me,
harassing the
I'll-
lady
I'll-
first. Okay.
I'll have one adult beverage.
I just said hello. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly the interaction. Hello, ma'am.
He
As the
gets
bartender
laid one
comes up,
time
I'll
and suddenly
have
he's trying
an-
everywhere.
and hold beer, please.
So she's got an empty plate and a goblet of wine as you saunter up and perturb her. What else would you like to do?
I just greet her. Hello, ma'am. How are you doing this evening?
Oh, good evening. Soul's blessing to you.
And to you as well. Do you mind if I buy you a drink?
Well, you might need some spectacles, sir. I already have a drink, but I will let you purchase the next one.
Fantastic. Thank you. And then when that was smooth, and then when the bartender walks over, I'm like, beer, please.
As he pulls up a green bottle and pops the cork off the top and hands it to you as a little bit of carbonation steam escapes from the top.
Fantastic. Thank you. And I'm gonna sit there awkwardly for a little bit.
He's gonna take 10 steps over and look, and he's gonna look back at Richstorm, who's just like standing in the door, and he goes, "You okay, sir?"
No, I'm not.
Bertie,
I've lost the will to fight.
he's dead.
Sorry, sorry. I had to take care of something. What do you need Birchie for?
You
Birchie's
gonna
in?
sit? Or are
"Are
you just gonna
okay,
stand
sir?
there
You've been standing
menacingly?
in my doorway for the last 20 minutes.
What I'm doing is I'm reading the room. Also,
Oh,
I'm
the
using
room's-
roll.
You
The
can't.
room's made of mostly palm trees."
I'm just using roll 20 on a phone, so it's not.
Oh.
It's me, Bertrand.
Bertie.
What can I get for you?
I would like an apple cider.
I'm afraid we didn't get the shipment of apples in.
That sucks.
Yet. Well, then I'll have a beer.
Very well. He pulls up a glass bottle, pops the cork bottle off, hands it to you, says it's 1 copper.
With a Bruto. There you go.
Y'all made it in pretty quick. About to start charging the cover fee once the Miron gets in here.
I look at the captain.
I just like look down and I'm
Yeah,
like,
boop,
shit,
boop.
Alex was
Finger
right.
guns.
We just finger gun each other.
We just have real good timing. Also, is this person who gets here, I guess, is he part of like the entertainment?
I've got a long-standing contract with him. He comes in here and plays his jaunty bagpipes.
Motherfucker. I'm gonna kill him because he's
Yay!
jaunty.
Did someone say
so
jaunty?
jaunty.
It's so jaunty.
That's it.
I am
The
looking
end is
forward to
nigh.
this minstrel now. Oh, wait. They sell food, yes?
Oh yeah.
What's their main food here?
Well, why do you do this to me?
Because I'm always hungry.
No, he always comes up with something ridiculous that
It's
sounds
so
delicious.
good.
Well, no, we have D&D this weekend, so please come up with something ridiculous to inspire.
No. I already have the D&D this weekend meal ready, so it's not
Oh.
going to be what I'm about to describe now.
Okay, all right.
He comes up to you and says, well, we got the fresh catch of the day of some terrypin ancient scales, but we also got a few hunters that came in that I traded just this morning, so we have some Castillo Island pheasants.
Oh, I've had that before. That is delicious. I will have one. Winston, do you also want that, or do you want something else?
Well, I was kind of hoping to try that ancient skill, to be honest.
This is giving the vibes of he said no pickles.
Yeah. So an ancient skill for him, and I'll have the pheasant. How much is that?
4 silver for both meals.
All right, I put down 5 silver. I say thank you very much.
I'll put the order in the kitchen right away,
It was
ma'am.
6, so 4. Okay. Boop. Food time. Mm-hmm.
Comes back in the bar. Door gets kicked open, and a colorful dwarf in orange, blue, what looks like a bright rope wrapped around as a necklace, a big floppy orange hat, and bagpipes on his back, and a belt. Kicks in the door and goes, ho ho, I've no fear, entertainment's here! As like a few of the patrons like raise their mugs like, yeah!
Ooh.
What is that? Oh shit, he's the minstrel?
Oh, Georgie, looks like you got some new faces in here, and I see some familiars. Let's begin. As he, with like a jolt, like he quickly like makes a quick movement, like throwing his chest out, and the bagpipe like slings around his back and comes to his front. As he catches the flute part of it, throws an arm around and begins to squeeze, and it right before it belches out a nice wah, it actually comes in a very lower tone, like wah, and it's not like what you expect to be like ear splittering like bagpipes indoor. It's a very low mellow tune. As he begins to play a song, I need everybody to make a history check.
Streaming
History check.
of my things.
Bing, 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 bing. Oh, no, I'm very bad at history. Boop. Ah, not the worst I've done.
17.
Eh. Whoa.
Playing dubstep.
What the fuck
Yeah,
was that?
He's playing dub.
Hell yeah, brother.
It does get a little dubby. Mask, you recognize the song? And in between notes, he begins to sing lyrics, but the lyrics are off from what you know it as. He sings about a Sally Bonnet privateer on the waves of the first time of her first ship, but when you heard the song, it sounded like over the mountain and into the bay to find the treasure. Alex, you also hear the song and you're expecting it to be roll me up another tobacco leaf cigar and let's smoke until the sun comes up, to where he starts singing about Sally Bonnet and her first ship.
Hell yeah, brother.
Primrose and William. That's funny, both teens. So you think this is a song about the elf being protected by the goddess of travel? And as soon as he gets into the lyrics, you guys are both caught off guard, but it's not. But it's the same tune.
He's not the first bard to be making their own lyrics to stuff. So.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. It's got a little riffing.
Human sonics. Am I right?
Eh.
Oh, somebody's heading out.
He doesn't head out. He actually goes to the door and he sits there. And he starts. He's stopping people and charging a fee before they come in.
Ah. I cannot believe you guys got that right. Okay, now lots of people are gonna be in here. It's gonna be busy.
Okay.
It's getting busier. They did say the
Good.
evening was the time.
Time. Lots of movement.
We never actually decided what we were gonna do once he
Prim.
got here.
Yours and Winston's food come out.
Good. I'm immediately gonna dig in, but still try to keep my eye on the bard.
It's a warm rusted pheasant with cranberry.
Fucking love it. Does Winston like his ancient scale?
He's got to debone it, and you can kind of see his like nose kind of curl up, but he does his best and he eats it. It's on like a bed of rice pilaf.
I offer some of my pheasant if he wants.
He's like, no, I'm good. Like, this is fine.
Okay, I try to avoid fish if we're on land because we get plenty of it on the sea.
I kind of heard this odd adage once back at the academy. If you can see the water, order the seafood if they say it's fresh.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just look at Winston across the bar like, do you know where we are? You can always see it, motherfucker. What do you mean?
Also true.
I can't not see water.
Oh, he can't not see.
Lol.
Miron finishes the song. The bar, everybody, all the patrons give a round of applause. He bows. He goes, "Thank you. You are too kind. Now, for the next one, as we enjoy the evening meals together now." As he plays another song, something about a campfire feast by warriors who bravely fought down orcs. And everybody kind of knows this one. This one's like about old historic battle back on the home continent.
Big Johns.
I've heard this one before.
So, like, what are we doing now that
So,
he's here?
I'm assuming that now that one, we know what he looks like, and two, we know where he's going after this. Do you want us to just go out once he heads out? Do you want us to head out early and then once we see him leaving, catch up with him, or? Because I wouldn't recommend us doing anything while we're in the bar with a whole bunch of people.
Yep. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm down for following him once he leaves.
Okay. That also lets us finish the meal, because it's pretty good. Alex, you having any luck over there, Mr. Smooth?
He's not here.
I'm smoothing.
He's smoothing.
So smooth.
Mask, roll me 3d8s.
2, 3, 5. I'm a big man.
Oh, excuse me.
A couple of patrons order the mead, the grog mead, and he pours it out of the keg, distributes it. You notice that the one patron suddenly, you see her like kind of like remove like her outer garment. And she's like, whew, just got a little warm out. Suddenly the other guy across the bar who also ordered it immediately just like freezes, like stops moving. And then the one guy at the table takes a swig and immediately falls on his ass because he's immediately 5 feet to the other side, not in his chair, and falls on his ass and spills his drink everywhere.
Bunch of lightweights in here, eh? Yeah.
The bartender spins around right in the middle of Miron's song and he goes, "Hey, Bart, I told you to no funny business. Leave my patrons alone." And Miron stops mid-music like, "What?" And like, whew, mouth comes off the mouthpiece, goes, "Excuse me, Gregory, I have not done any sort of thing. What you be talking about? They've been drinking your own liquor. It's not my fault you're serving spoiled mead. Now, where was I? You interrupt me again, and I'll leave early." And goes back to playing.
Oh, I like this guy.
Na-na-na.
You make this guy a bad guy, you're dead to me. This is a nice man.
He's currently already
he
a bad
is a bad guy.
No, I'm sure he's a good guy for a reason. Like he's
Mask,
like
roll me another
undercover.
D8.
What is it? He's just misunderstood.
Yeah.
The bartender pulls a quick tap off, swigs it down real quick as he like swishes around his mouth and he gulps it. He goes, "Tastes fine." Doesn't notice all his clothes turn a shade of gray.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Do the rest of us notice this at all?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty obviously that his leather apron, his red lined tunic shirt, and his blue denim homespun pants, like literally everything is just like a shade of gray now.
What the hell?
Oh, I love this.
There's fuckery about it.
It goes back to normal in a minute. The guy who was also like stopped moving at the other end of the bar, like after a minute, he's like, "Ugh," and like resumes as if he didn't notice he was just stopped and paused for a whole minute, just mid lean over his drink and food.
So many.
So a
lightweights.
couple songs in, he stops and he goes, let that breathe out for a while and give the pipes an old rest as Miron travels the bar." He walks over and starts having little private conversations with certain patrons.
A bard's bard. Yes.
Mhm.
You notice that when he goes to the table, like they exchange a few words. Everybody roll me a perceptions check as you guys keep eyes on him.
I'm perceiving.
I hope I'm perceiving. I'm not. I'm the only one who's not
Everybody
perceiving.
who rolls over
Holy
20
shit.
sees that when he leaves that table and comes to the person at the bar, they give him a couple copper. And he thanks them, and then he goes over to this table. He greets all four of them, and all four like give him like a wave of familiarity. He doesn't spend very long as he comes back to the patrons at the bar, and the patrons and this new patron that's at the bar also gives him a couple pennies. He goes to this table of patrons and gets some donations from them. It's that one. You see him slide in. Alex, he's next to the lady next to you since you've been awkwardly quiet next to her, and she has actually not finished her drink. It's like only halfway down. You see him come up next to her. You see him like tap the back of the chair and not her, and you can hear him when he leans in and he goes, "Good evening, Lady Persephone. How are you this evening?" And she goes, "I'm doing quite well, Miron. It's pleasant. I hate to see summer go." As you see her drop like 2 silvers in his hand. He goes, "Thank you for being a patron of the arts, fine lady. I will leave you in peace. Enjoy the music for the rest of the evening." As he comes over to you, Alex, and he goes, "Weary traveler, a new face in the Blue Wheelbarrow. Where do you hail from? You look a mite dear gunnian yourself."
Hail from Gateway. Just out and about, traveling around.
Gateway, first generation, second generation?
First.
Might proud that your parents have seen you this far into the Olane. What ship did you sail in on, boy?
I can't remember. I'm just trying to hop from port to port to talk to people and kind of spread my wings. But not very good at it, actually. Not as good as you. Offered to buy this lady a drink, but it seemed like she slowed down on drinking, so maybe I did something wrong.
He leans in, he goes, hunter of that game, you must go quiet and subtly, or you're going to scare her.
Well, I got the quiet part down, and I hand him
good.
2 silver.
Ah, thank you. Well, you're at least well-traveled enough, to be a patron of the arts. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. And your travels. Stay safe out there, and make sure your wings don't get singed. As he does a 5-step over and goes, well, I don't see many of your kind. Did you just walk out of the ocean? Didn't realize there was a colony this close to Manlius.
No. Actually, I think you were just speaking to my friend. We're on the same boat. But I was just relaxing over here. Very nice to meet you.
First generation gateway yourself?
Second.
Ah, impressive.
Yeah. It's not too bad. What about you?
Oh, I was born out here in the Olane. My father retired from the mining. My mother died in a ship battle. She was a berserker. Me,
Oh,
I wanted to play the bagpipes and the hand drum and made a pretty good profit coming from bar to bar. I just kind of landed here. Manlius. It's pretty safe, I do say, if I say so myself. Not to mention, I got a good bed of auto pellets. They're quite comfortable.
oh. Wow. I believe this is where I hand him a silver. I say, I appreciate your playing. It's a good job. Keep it.
Thank you kindly, sir. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You as well.
He goes to the other 2 patrons of the bar, gets some change from them, comes over to Captain Mask. It says, good evening. So, ma'am, what should I call you? Please excuse me. I cannot tell quite who you are.
It's sir, and well show you put on here.
Oh, thank you. That's just the first quarter. We got 3 more rounds.
Well, I toss him a couple copper. I look forward to hearing what you got, as they say.
I will show you what I got. I haven't seen you around these parts. Where do you come from, if I may ask?
We travel. It's we just kind of go around island to island, trading and things of the nature.
Merchantman captain. Very well. How impressive of a vessel do you sail on?
It's nothing too impressive. Just a small riffraff.
Oh, come on. Of course you should be able to be boastful of your sea lady inside of a grog bar.
Hang on here. Let me
Don't
come
do
up
it.
with some lies. I'll stop. It's just a little sloop. Nothing to write home about. But she gets the job done.
My sloops do get the job done. Nimble craft, able to stay ahead of the storms. Well, good luck in your travels, merchantman.
Thank you.
He zigzags to the table behind you, collects change from both hands, and then he zigs over to Slate and Mai and says, good evening, with a lovely couple. I don't believe I've had the pleasure of seeing you here in the Blue Wheelbarrow before. First-time patrons?
No.
Oh, perchance. Have you been able to spy on one of my performances before?
Nope. That's why we're here, actually.
Well, welcome. I hope you've enjoyed it thus far.
So far, so good.
Great, great. Where do you hail from, sir, ma'am?
My answer first.
Maya looks over. She kind of like looks to you. She was like kind of looking to you for the lead, but she looks over and she chooses the truth and she goes, "I was born on Celadon shores from port city of Barrow." And you see the dwarf kind of like pull back his floppy hat a little bit, like, "Ah, a citizen, civilian sorts. Didn't believe I don't get many Imperials here in the bar. Welcome, ma'am. I hope the dear Gunnian nightlife is to your liking." She goes, "Yes, it's actually quite interesting. And citizen, yes." Very, very well. And sir, citizen as well, I take it.
Nope. I'm from the old country.
Ah, welcome to the Olane. I hope your travels have been easy so far.
Yep. Not too terrible.
Wonderful, wonderful. He takes off his hat and kind of puts it in front of him like a beggar for alms. He goes, "Well, I don't know if you've been to many shows, but it is kind of customary that the performer does get a little patronage from the patrons of the bar."
Yeah. I hand him a silver.
Maya also hands him a silver, and she says, And she goes, "I look forward to the rest of your performance tonight." He puts the floppy hat with the coins in it still on back in his head. He goes, "Oh, it shall be delightful." Zigs to this table, says a few words, collects some coins. Last but not least, comes over to the other couple and says, "Brave man eating the ancient scale. Sometimes the cook undercooks it. How'd it taste tonight?" And Winston kind of winces. He goes, "Wasn't impressed." "Aye, that be happening. Stick with the pheasant. It's what Castillo Island's good for. Birds. Maybe sometimes a good hunter comes in here and they take down one of those big nasty rocks. Then it's some good eating. I'm Miron. I don't know if you maybe caught my show, but you both look kind of new. Where are you two from, if my so may ask? I do love meeting newcomers." Winston says, little settlement in Grove Island, and he motions to you, Primrose.
Oh, I'm just enjoying our date. I'm from Celadon Shore.
Oh, no kidding, Celadon Shores. The the Republic side or the Imperial side?
Closer to New Winfield.
Wonderful, wonderful. Have you ever been to Manlius before?
No, first time. Beautiful place and loving the music, so.
It is a very great place. He leans over to Winston. He goes, "If you have any cash left, I would take her out to the clotheteers. They make a very fine otter scarf."
How does Winston look when he's...
Winston's kind of like surprised, and he kind of like collects himself real quick, and he takes a breath and like sits up straight, and he goes, "Thanks. We'll check it out for sure."
Kato
Here,
lovely.
he hands him like 5 copper.
I give him a silver and say, "Can't wait to hear the rest of the show."
Enjoy your evening. As he finishes zigzagging between the last of the patrons, he puts his coins away and he spins his bagpipe around and he goes, "This is for the newcomers and the veterans of the bar stools alike," as he plays into another song.
I take off a silver.
Mask, roll me a d8.
Hell yeah, brother. Oh, the best thing I've ever had.
Roll me a d12.
D8,
Oh.
D12, what is it, 4? Ooh.
The lady at the end of the bar, suddenly you see her skin, hair, and eye colors all invert, and you see her grow by like 4 inches as like her armor is like tight on her now, and she's like trying to loosen up like pauldrons, and like she takes a van brace off and she undoes the belt. She's like, "Gregory, "What's wrong with your ale?" And he reaches, comes back, grabs her mug, looks into it.
What the hell is even that?
He looks at it. He goes, "I don't know. Perhaps I got a bad one."
Worth it.
He pours another one, smells it, shakes it about, pours it like unscrupulously on like a part of the bar, and like rubs it out and like tries to like wet in the bar, and he's like looks at it. And he goes, "I don't trust it." He picks up the keg and he goes to swap it out.
No.
How dare he ruin my gift?
He puts a fresh keg on the counter, taps it, pulls out a fresh draw, sips it. Nothing happens to him. Refills her drink. Everything goes back to normal.
Damn.
It was fun while it lasted.
Sure fucking was. I regret nothing.
I enjoyed the unintentional show.
Oh man, you need to get more of that shit.
I have a whole fucking thing of it left
He
on the
bought
boat.
it.
I
Shit.
meant now.
Mm.
Poured him into it.
Surely it can't all be bad ale. Mm.
Who said it's bad? I'm just basically
Refills
waiting until
anybody?
this guy leaves.
Oh.
No,
I'll take
not
another.
if. Oh,
Oh.
Two copper for a refill.
I do it.
Yeah, are you still uncomfortably close to that lady?
No, I've attempted to speak to her by this point.
What do you say?
So, what brings you here?
Oh, I live here. I run the apothecary.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm not one to make potions, but how's the apothecary business here?
Very well. Actually, with the war going on, the Navy keeps coming by and buying all my healing herbs and bandages. I've had to resort to using linen.
Interesting. Do you make any exotic potions? Weird things that people wouldn't traditionally use? I mean, I feel like the healing potions are a dime a dozen, and I show her my alchemist's belt that has potions built into the belt. And then I raise a hand, and it instantly summons a potion into my hand from my belt.
Well, that comes in handy.
It certainly does in a fight. But, on the seas, healing potions seem pretty normal, but you run in an entire shop. Have you created anything exotic, interesting, wild?
Well, I did come across a giant's toenail. I was able to make some potion of giant strength. Few sailors have come through and asked for potions of fire breathing. What I understand is the privateers like them to use in boarding actions. Hopes to destroy the rigging of enemy ships. And then, of course, you have your plenty of explorers asking for potions of water breathing. But outside of that, nothing too exotic.
That's fair. That's interesting. Well, are you going to sip that wine all night, or are we going to let me buy you a drink?
You are a persistent one. She downs it and puts the goblet back at the table, and then looks at you, waiting, like she's appraising you.
I see this going on, right? Like this isn't like a hard thing to see.
Oh yeah, you see it.
How's he doing?
He's fumbling through it, but she's playing ball.
Oh, okay. I'm going to ready several actions.
The
goblet
flexor,
is
the
empty
wingman
out.
special.
What do you want to do?
I would like to get, in a polite way, not an assertive way, but in a polite way, get the bartender's attention and order her an.
Well, Another Dilgunian red vintage coming right up.
Vintage.
Places the new goblet down in front of her and looks at you and says, "That'll be 3 silver."
And I hand him 5.
Thank you kindly. She takes the goblet up, does a little sniff of it, looks over at you, goes, "Thank you. None for yourself."
I'm sticking to the ale tonight.
Brave choice. I've seen it rot many guts of patrons in here.
Oh,
Not that
God.
heavy. I'm not that heavy of a drinker. Dear God, did I make a bad choice? Is it really
Only
that
if
bad?
you decide to have 2 more.
So 4 is the magic number.
If you can take it. But with Miron playing over there, you might forget yourself.
Oh, bards. My uncle's a bard. Always have to be on your P's and Q's when you're around them.
I heard you're first generation gateway.
Yeah, something like that. Nothing interesting, really.
Why did you and your friend come out this way?
Really, just hopping ships and trying to explore what's going on these days. It's kind of tough with the war on, but at times it does make it a little bit easier.
I was going to say, pretty dangerous to be doing it during the war. I'm surprised the Dirganian governors haven't pressed you into conscription.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm good at not being useful to certain people.
So was Fanak, but you don't seem to be going around that trustworthy.
Say again, sorry. Something loud happened in the background.
She said, that sounds like the same story as Fanak, but you don't see him going around being all trustworthy. And if you
Nope.
don't know what that means, religion's check, and I'll feed it to you if you're good. Okay, yeah. You know your gods. It's the trickery god of Deergun.
Nah, well, I'm not out here to play tricks. I'm just out here to enjoy myself. Not my fault I was born at this time and people decided to be selfish pieces of shit.
Well, you can't obviously blame them. There's so much opportunities on these islands. Give it 10, 20 more years, and everything will be unrecognizable as she takes another sip of her wine.
Right. And I agree. Which is why I want to get out here now before it all changes. Have you ever seen an established area and said, I wonder what that looked like before all the people moved in? That's what I'm trying to see.
Well, there's plenty of wilderness still left out there. So, is your uncle or your family a wealthy set of bards, or what are you doing to earn your way across the ocean?
Well, my uncle is a bard, but we're not a family of bards. I'm not necessarily wealthy, but I do a bit of work here and there. I have a talent for some things, and sometimes it comes in useful to ship crews, and I've allowed myself to be conscripted as a privateer, which isn't really conscription, it's more voluntary. That was a really dumb thing to say.
All right,
I would have lost the wager.
I'm now sidling in because
She goes, I would have lost the wager. I could have sworn you and your friend would have been salvagers.
We've done some salvage from ruins, places like that. Oh, here's my buddy now. This is Bertram.
nice to meet you.
Charmed to meet you indeed.
So,
Lady
good.
Catherine.
Oh, nice to meet you, lady. Yeah, my friend has been wildly underplaying his talents. This man can build literally anything with his mind. And I heard that you said that you were an apothecary. Is that correct?
I'm one of the other apothecaries in this town, unfortunately.
So, my friend here, if you gave him any idea that you thought that might benefit your life or your business and it could be constructed, he could probably find a way to do it. He's very good with his hand.
Just
How
the
are
one,
you-
and I hold up the metal hand.
How are you with the motor and pedestal?
I have not put my time and talents into pottery or clay working in a while, but woodworking is my true talent and passion. However,
Yeah, but it is. Okay.
I would
What's that?
love to give it a shot.
Persuasion check. And you get it at advantage with Bridgestorm's help.
Yeah,
I'm
boy.
the best
Fucking
friend.
wing, man. I needed it.
She cuts you a sly smile back at the both of y'all's wordplay. And she goes, Interesting. How would you say your glass blowing skills are?
Oh, this guy can blow anything.
True. That is true. Blowing steam, blowing smoke up your ass, blowing shit up. I
Damn,
can
dude.
blow.
Yeah.
He's a blow guy.
Do we
Blow
keep him on
gun.
the boat for a very specific purpose?
With the surprising turn of your crassness, you see that she's now like, oh.
I apologize. Sorry. Been many months at sea. But
No.
we'd like to blow stuff up. That's what I'm good at.
Okay.
No.
Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening as she turns a quarter away from you.
You fucked that up.
Captain Mask fucked
And
that.
you blew up the conversation.
Hell yeah, brother.
Boom.
I'm not even near him.
I turned to Bertram and I'm like, well, let's go drink with the captain.
That wasn't an invitation.
Oh my.
No,
I
we heard you say
fucking
about
invited
blowing.
myself. I even did the sound.
You had
True, you
advantage
did.
and everything.
You did.
Guys,
You
I'm not.
did.
First off, I'm not invested in this lady at all.
Yeah, you have
I've
Nala.
got a girl. I have a girl. I just wanted to see if I could flirt with somebody else. It didn't
And
work.
good on you for trying.
It don't matter.
You
Try to
can't.
build my confidence, you know?
Man, that was earth shattering.
That was more than you were willing to do before. So that's good.
Yeah, I talked to a lady.
Yeah, you did, buddy.
The patron who
Bertram,
drank
thank you.
and was frozen for a minute gets up, goes over the table, quickly talks to this lady sitting at the table who's been here since you guys got in there. You all see this exchange for a few words, and you see her hold up like a hand, like, yeah, just wait. He comes back to the bar, and after this current set, Miron slings back his bagpipe and goes, "We're doing a brief intermission. Enjoy your drinks."
Yeah, they will now.
As he goes back to that table, but he goes on the back side of the table. You see him exchange a few words with this lady, and then you see her kind of like give a soft enough whistle to only that side of the bar, and the guy like looks up and gets back up, and goes and joins them, and they all have a little private conversation, a little hush hush.
Mm.
You see Minron kind of give a laugh, throw a hand on his shoulder, kind of displays his hand, and throws up a finger. You see this man like nod in agreement. You see him shake hands. You see the man shake hands with the lady at the table. She sits back down. Minron goes back to his corner. And this man sits down at the table next to her. And now these three kind of like lean into one another and begin talking. And Ron goes back to playing another set of songs.
I'm gonna lean over to Slate and say, did that look like conspiring to you, or?
They didn't hear that, BC.
Like what we're doing right now?
Yes.
Yeah, potentially.
I mean, it just looks like you're stalking him. I have no idea. It could be. It could be nothing just as easily.
Well, we had, a
I can fire
potential
a gun off
target
and we'll see what
go
happens.
face to face with his own target. So are we playing spy versus spy right now?
Maybe.
Nobody knows. Except the people who know.
There's not much I can do. Why are people leaving?
Probably
getting
getting
late.
late.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I think it'd be best to stay on the ships tonight if we can.
Yep.
Well, we have
But I
someone
mean,
to
we can
chase
follow
after.
him.
Yeah.
Who do we want to do it?
Well, I'm assuming we have to leave separately, not to impose.
I
any
know several
suspicion.
men who are of the sneak variety.
Yeah.
Anybody else wants another round?
No, God, no.
Yeah, I'm okay. The last time
I
we got really drunk, my captain got stabbed a bunch.
Not wrong.
I don't think that had anything to do with the alcohol, but I'm here for it. Literally.
Well, when Miron, if he ever says like, "Hey, this is the last song for the evening," I'll head out with Winston so we can wait outside for a bit and chat.
As Miron finishes his next song, Gregory walks over, rings a bell, and says, "Last call."
I think it's last call.
All right. Well,
Minron plays
a
a slow song.
Aw.
Ooh, big slow song. The moving of the
What, they
hips.
light all the candles in the room and tell us to get the fuck out?
They play
It's
Kiss
closing
from the
time.
Rose.
That's what they.
They're playing Seal.
Closing time. Get the
yeah,
fuck
the
out of here.
busboy's taking care of stuff, so I'll signal to Winston that we should probably head out and wait for the group so that we're not too suspicious walking out.
Go on, don't
Yeah,
come
I'll
back.
let these guys know it's time to make our way out.
Whomst are you talking? Are you talking to the people that have planned this?
Yeah.
Nobody planned this.
It was all
As you guys pass through the door, the bouncer says, "Have a good evening."
You
Take care. Bye bye.
I tip my hat. No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
Can't make me do this.
So Slate, Bridgestorm,
Sorry, I would.
Prim.
When me and Mai walk out, I want to tell her to head back with Birch to the ship if he's going that way.
Yeah, I got her.
Whoever's going that way.
I got her.
What is directly across the street?
Another
Nice.
grog shop
Is it
of
dark?
a lower quality. It is lively. There is currently a brawl exiting the front door of three guys literally fighting each other.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, good. A distraction. This lets me be able to say that I'm watching them instead of waiting for Miron. Good. So I'm gonna see who's winning.
I'd like to try to get lost in the crowd and then shift into his old pal.
Oh God. I forgot
one?
you're a demon.
He's not a changeling.
Yeah.
Not a demon.
That's what I said.
Most people would agree with Birch.
I said what I said.
Miron finishes the song. Most of the patrons have left at this point. The bartender comes over to Mask and Alex, says, "Time to settle up. I think your accounts are good in order." Past his shoulder, you see Minron come back to that same table, and that guy gets up and joins Minron, and they begin to leave together.
Trying to do stuff.
Well, settled up. And I'm going to say, Captain, shall we?
Yes.
And we stroll out at a leisurely pace behind Lieutenant Miron.
All right, so we have Mask and Alex tailing Minron and this other patron. We have Slate out in the crowd.
I don't know if the captain agreed to that. That was my idea.
Nope.
More to what I'm trying to do. Sorry. If I get away with what I'm doing.
You are going to get away with what you're doing. Bridgestorm, what are you doing?
I'm taking my back to the ship.
Primrose, what are you and Winston doing?
We were outside of this bar, waiting on our cohorts, but pretending to just watch the bar fight so that no one questioned why we were still in the road.
Okay, so you see Minron leave with the green-haired guy that had talked to him earlier. They're leaving together, and Minron is clearly having him follow him down a couple side streets. Looks like they're heading to the other side of town.
Alright, do I see Commodore and Alex come out at all?
Well, yeah, Alex and Commodore Mask will be exiting shortly after them. And I have to get to them. So what is Mask and Alex doing? Alex first, or do you guys wish to discuss the plan?
Nope, Alex goes first.
Alex goes first.
What you got?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna walk out with the captain slowly but surely, trying to, have normal bar patron conversation as we leave.
Ho ho ho! She was a whore.
It was so funny.
Wow, you don't have to do a whatever.
Alright, fucking Count Chocula.
150. Sorry, what?
And make
Yeah,
sure
I'm
you
just-
grab Cat, because Cat was chilling outside.
Cat's sitting at the front door like one of those statues at the front of the place. How freaked out would people be as they leave and they're like, oh, they got a new statue, and then it fucking turns and looks at them.
Enough
Oh,
to
God,
make them
fuck!
enough to make them be like, whoa!
A quick whoa.
All right, well, Captain and I walk out. We're keeping our distance, but doing our best to be awares.
Mm.
And I remind the captain, you remember, I'm not sneaky. You're the sneaky one, so I'll be the loud talker. Because if I
As he's talking, I'm just gonna disappear into the crowd.
and I will maintain
Yeah.
talking as if he was there.
Okay. So we have Miron leading this patron away from the bar. We have Mask, who's blending into the crowd. Primrose, who's chilling. Seeing Mask kind of blend in, you see Alex and Kat kind of strolling by, and Alex is talking to himself. You've lost track of Slate because he's blended into the crowd, and you presume he's probably shifted and gone moving about. And Richstorm is escorting Mai back. We're all going to follow Miron.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Winston to come with me to follow pretty far behind Alex, because he's loud and easy to follow.
That
Oh
is
my!
literally my objective.
Perfect.
Slate, will you be following as well?
Yep.
Perfect.
Do I have anything useful right now?
Miron leads this man all the way across town to where the craggy rocks of the edge of town to another bar establishment where above the bar it does say the oh fuck, where'd it go?
Says, "Oh fuck, where'd it go?"
That's literally the street sign. That's the
fuck,
name of the bar is, oh fuck, where did it go?
No, yeah, it's
It's a little tricky
the
with my picture.
something jail. It was a good name.
The jail.
Prison Pocket McGee.
I don't think that's it.
Maybe.
I hope that's not it.
Egg, leg, prison.
Fuck it. It was a really cool name. All right, so the Old Jailhouse. You see Miron bring up the patron to the door, opens it. It's not as loud as it was in the one that was lively and having a baller fight, but there's lights on in this bar, and they go inside.
Nice.
What would you all like to do?
They went inside
What?
another bar.
They went inside another bar, the bar across
Bar
town.
hopping.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure
the old prison.
that Inquisitor informed Shelley. Shelley told us that this is where he sleeps for the night, right? And this is also more dangerous than the other one. Is this closer to the rookery that they
Ooh,
mentioned?
all
Shit.
all rogues upon seeing the outside of this building, so Mask and Slate do see the dangerous locale Thieves Camp.
Yeah.
Is he
Boy,
sitting
that
at
is
the
cool.
bar?
They are both sitting at the bar talking to this bartender.
Yeah. I remember Shelley saying this would be where he stays, yes? For the evening?
Slate, when you come up to the bar before the bartender peels away from the conversation, they're talking about what is the purpose of the stock he's going to require. The bartender says, "Let him know that. Hang on, be 1 second." The guy over
Eh.
says, "Evening. A bit late. Can I help you for?"
Let's drink.
Slate, sure thing, buddy. How you been?
You know, work's been work.
I bet.
Trying to move things around. You know, sometimes you run into a bit of trouble. A few hang-ups. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I do. He hands you a growler worth of beer.
Oh God.
I try to take as big a swig as possible without like fucking, you know,
Embarrassing
coughing or
yourself.
whatever. Yeah, because I don't drink beer a lot.
Much
Want
a
me to put it
lime
up?
in it.
You want me to put it on your tab? I know you still owe Jimmy 200 gold from the last bet.
God, not
No,
Jimmy.
I have some coin here. I can pay. I'll
You
get
see the
it.
bartender is absolutely shocked, like, whoa.
It ain't.
Who the fuck
Don't
are
worry,
you?
it ain't much. I throw a couple of silver pieces on the table.
Yeah, you're right, it ain't much, but it's a dent. He scoops it down into an apron. If you don't mind, he kind of like motions over to Minron and the patron from the bar before, and then like points his chin at like a table.
Oh, sure. I don't know if he's sitting at this table or that table.
He just like, he chinned to like a random empty table.
No, I'm talking about this guy.
This guy, no, oh yeah, he's sitting at this one.
Okay.
Uh, okay. Everybody who's outside, what are y'all planning to do?
Well, I tailed them, and they went in here, right?
Yeah, they're in this bar.
I would just be talking to Cat as if Cat was Captain Slate. You know, slowly making our way around.
Mind you, there's no crowd out here, so like it thinned out to where like all four of you could see each other, even if you guys were keeping a distance. Like there's no crowd here. It's so
This is
late.
called method
It's
acting.
so late at night now. The moon is up. There's nobody on this side of town moving about. This little side dock is like empty. There are like some small fishing boats tied up.
All right, fully committed though. But I'm not like boisterously loud. I'm just,
When you
All
get
right.
to the door, this lady stands up and walks in front of you and goes, "Sorry, this is the members only bar."
Huh? What? Oh,
I remember.
sorry. We just left the place and they closed it down kind of early, honestly. Is there anywhere else to drink? And wait, members? Is there like a membership fee? Could I pay a membership fee?
It's referral only, so you're gonna have to go back to
Oh.
dockside.
Well, do you know a place in Dockside to drink?
Yeah, maybe try the Three Trumpeters. Have a good evening. And she shuts the door.
Okay, cool. All right.
Slate, perceptions
Bitch.
check.
And I said, bitch.
Big.
You noticed that when Alex tried to come in, like the whole bar went like dead quiet and still. Even the conversation at the bar quieted, and Minron looked over and saw it. When Alex leaves, you see him whisper to the bartender, and then the bartender disappears behind the bar. We're in momentarily. Alex, as you're walking around outside.
I'm leaving.
You
Oh.
made it. Yeah, you made it obvious he was tailed.
Two guys come around the corner and say, "Hey, hold up, friend. Where you going?"
The Three Trumpets. Apparently, that's a place you can still get a drink at.
Absolutely. We'll help you find your way there.
Cool. Fuck yeah. I have no idea where I'm going. Let's do it.
Cool. Follow us. And they kind of like flank you and lead you back to dockside.
And I go with them.
Mask, Primrose, and Winston.
I'm gonna hide and then tail them.
Oh, tail them back to dockside?
Yeah, make sure he doesn't get fucking jumped.
Murdered him.
Okay.
Why tail
Primrose?
me?
Winston?
I created a false sense of comfort inside of there. I'm just an idiot. I'm a distraction. Tail the real
Yeah, well,
enemy.
you didn't tell us what you were doing, so now we're thinking
You
you're
didn't
gonna
want to
get
have a
jumped.
fucking conversation. You said Alex goes first.
I said, Alex, go first. You decided to not talk to us and walk ahead.
Whatever.
So we just saw that happen, so we know that going in there is a bad idea, but I'm pretty sure we still have a friend in there. So I'm going to just lean up against a wall, and Winston and I'll pretend that we're just chatting on our date.
Making
I'm
out.
keeping an eye out for if Slate comes out and signals me, because I'm not gonna recognize him. I don't know who he turned into or how long he's in there. I don't even know which one would be him if he comes out. So if somebody accosts us, I'll just pretend that we're on the date. That's fine.
Wait, how do you even know he went in there?
I'm assuming that we have somebody in there. Do you think only Alex would have gone in there pretending to be a drunkard?
I do think he would try and do that. The man stuck his hand into acid.
Oh,
I 100% believe he would do that.
Listen, I'm not a virgin anymore, guys. I've grown since then.
Good.
Does
Good.
that help this situation? Yep. All right. Well, we know that now where this place is, so I guess we'll just head back towards the safer areas, because if it's just us out here, we're probably gonna get jumped.
All right. Inside the bar, as
Looks like
you sit there with the growler and whatnot.
I'm out of hot chocolate.
The bartender comes back outside, joins them back at the table, and they start talking over details of like number of stock. Now that they've figured out what the stock is going to be used for, and then they get to a payment for the stock. They start haggling a little bit, and then they go to figure out which island. The man mentions something about the settlement plantation that's on the central northern coast of Castillo Island, that it is the watermelon farm where the stock is needed. There's more haggle of an upfront fee. There's something about transportation. And then something about leverage. You see this green-haired patron pull out a wallet of loose coins, puts it on the bar. Miron nods to the bartender, who opens it up, counts it all out, nods. You see him disappear back into the back again. You hear Minron reassure him, "Don't worry, it'll be delivered in time. You have guarantee." Of course, they're going to come in this condition you expect them to be. And then after that, it's up to you. No refunds, no exchanges, but you're welcome to come back. Obviously, do not walk back to this establishment without me or another one of us in clientele following. So if that's all, you have yourself a good night. And you see the man kind of like nervously like bow his head and say thank you, and this man takes his leave.
You're buying people.
All right.
Miron spins at his table, picks up his mug, walks over to your table and sits down and goes. And he sits down at you and says, "Well, I thought you failed, but it seems you're the only one alive. What happened, and why are they in this city?"
Because I failed. We failed.
I don't know how you got out without others knowing, because the report got back that all of you went down, especially you being pinched by the judge, by the Imperials.
Why I'm light of coin right now. Few palms, few coins.
He's not going to be happy that you failed. What's your plan? They were sniffing around the Blue Wheelbarrow.
I was hoping you had some ideas and could help me with that.
How much of your crew is wiped out? Do you have any here that you could recruit?
Maybe. I haven't taken a look around. This is the first place I came.
It's not ideal to do it in this city. It's too close to the rookery.
Alright, well, I'll have to see if I can find a ship off this island.
No, we need them to leave, or we need to back them in the corner.
They never stay too long in one place, don't they?
That's the thing, they're too mobile. I think it's time we maroon them. Maybe if we trap them here, they'll think twice about snooping around. What do you say? Just swim out and sink the boats.
I'll kill you.
I'd say you're fucking crazy. If we couldn't do it while they were sleeping, they're not going to do it on their own ships.
You're not going to kill them on their own ships. You're just going to sink their vessels. Put them down. Make them stuck in this port. And they're going to start to feel like caged animals. They might make a mistake. Or they'll make a horrible mistake and, like a caged rat, eat its way out through a very hard surface. And then perhaps you can catch them as they're trying to get on their way out. I wouldn't think they'd want to be trapped in this island. If they came here trying to trace it down, they should know that what Viper's Nest they're about to fall into.
Not a bad plan. But
I'm open to suggestions. This is your mistake to cover up.
I'll think of something. I just need a safe place to just kind of relax for at least one night.
Well, you know there's no bunks here, but I suppose if you want to go back and slump at a table, they'll let you sleep it off. I heard you still owe Jimmy 200 gold.
Yeah, well, I had planned on paying him back, but I can't pay him back if I'm dead or in jail.
Aye. Well, let's get on back.
All right.
Do you follow him?
Yeah. I think it'd be weird to not at this point.
Oh, I got you. I'll pull your token along.
Okay.
Well, look at this guy.
I don't. Can you see in here?
Cannot.
Brings you in the back. You see all the kegs and whatnot. You see him pull a plank down in this big barrel, and the door slides open to a cavern behind.
Huh.
You see him rap on the door two times, pauses, another 2 times, and the door opens. You see a Kenku raider on the other side, let y'all in. As he enters in, the rest of the space goes, Miron! And you see the Minotaur at the large table at the stage, like, stand up and goes, and gives a huge chuckle as they both scream back at each other in Dwarven. Do you speak Dwarven?
Does Slate speak Dwarven? I don't think so.
So they,
Oh,
they,
I
they
do.
exchange. You do?
Yeah.
So the Minotaur gets up and says, you bag-toting fool of a gray beard. And Minron torts back to, you shabby, bow-legged, you shabby, bow-legged lubbatard. Why don't you sit down before you break more planks? And the Minotaur, like, roars back in laughter, like, you couldn't keep a beat together even if your mother was drowning and her life depended on it. And they both kind of, like, share a good laugh.
Okay.
This is where Minron, like, leaves you casually as, like, he was just letting you get back to get access into here, but, like, he believes you kind of know the way about, and Minron goes and joins the high table.
Just gonna go take a seat down here and chill out. We're here in the back. I'd like to study everyone's face for at least a minute for reasons.
There are 3 bandits back here. This guy is a bandit. He's in... But you see what he is. You see the lizard folk, you see the goblin, and you see the Kenku raider.
Does he present this way or no?
No, he doesn't
Okay.
present that way. But
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll say he was like that when the door opened, and when he saw it was you two, he kind of like went back to being a bandit.
I'm more interested in what this is.
That's a goblin.
Well, yes, I understand. Okay. Never mind.
It's a goblin playing dice with this one guy, and the goblin's losing.
Huh. I'm gonna listen for names or anything like that, but I don't want to take up too much time doing everything.
The bandit and the lizard folk are literally swapping stew recipes. The bandit and the goblin are typical banter that you'd expect from a dice of games, even though it's going poorly for the goblin. Like, he'll win one, but then he'll lose like 3. The other guy who's solo at the table, he's just kind of like, he looks like he's about to like nod off and like put his head down on the table and sleep there. But the swashbuckler, Miron, and the Minotaur at the high table, they're in like quiet conversation. And then the Kenku Raider at the door is just kind of like sitting there, standing by, just being a sentry.
And I'm gonna wait for like 20-25 minutes.
Cool. We're gonna switch over to another scene.
Thank you.
Alex, you here?
Yes, hello. Yeah, I'm here.
You're getting escorted down the street. These guys are talking about all the fun you're gonna have at this other bar, and then suddenly you feel a sharp pain.
Is this me right here?
I think I had the wrong token. Hang on.
Okay.
All right.
Behind me.
No. You guys are. If cat's behind you, cat's behind you.
Okay.
As these guys are flanking you, you get stabbed by both of them for 6 slashing.
12 total or 6 total?
6 and 6.
Cool. I start fucking shooting, starting with this guy.
Roll initiative.
Yes.
Captain Masked, you may roll initiative as well.
No hesitation.
Where am I hiding? Oh.
I was prepared for this.
They're walking this way?
Oh, wait, you said 6 each?
You got 6 and 6 for a total of 12.
It does no damage. Slashing or piercing?
Slashing.
Slashing does no damage.
Rob, we're all just pieces of shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You let us do this.
Speak for yourself.
I know.
Yeah.
I know what I'm about. The dice speaketh. You have to react the way you react.
Imagine thinking that you're jumping a dude and you and your buddy stab him in each kidney and he's like, ah, that didn't work. Kaboom!
Possible.
What are you doing?
Gonna stab me? Were you gonna shank me? Do you want to try again?
Yeah.
As you're shot for 7 piercing.
There you go.
I am.
You want to try again?
I take that. Ah, fuck, God. Had to bring a gun to a knife fight.
Mask, it's
He
your
has a
turn. As you
gun?
see the 2 guys that were escorting back start stabbing into him, another guy steps out of the alley and shoots him.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
goody.
Mm,
I'm creeping.
I'm gonna
around
use
right
my
now.
very, very fast hind legs. And
I
hey,
can smell you.
I'm gonna stab this guy.
Ooh, stabbing
I
time.
can smell you.
18 to hit,
That's it.
10 damage.
Oh, you don't get sneak because I'm within 5?
I don't get sneak because
That's
you're
right.
within 5.
You're
That's
that
me.
rogue.
We've made 3 different flavors of rogue somehow.
Right? Every single one of them's a little bit different.
So he's still standing.
Offhand.
Yep.
12.
He dies.
Yeah, nerd. And that's the rest of my movement.
What the fuck?
This is why you don't talk about the party beforehand. You play whatever you want, and if you're big
5.
enough assholes, it'll all work out.
5
Yeah,
slashing, Alex.
Nope.
No slashing.
Chuck Testa.
That's a meme I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's 16 to you, Mask.
16 misses.
Okay, the guy that you moved into, that he was just about to come out of the alley, he like taken aback, and that's the 16 was trying to hit you. Alex, it's finally your turn.
Yeah, that guy right there. That guy. Hey, don't do that. Don't shoot me or don't stab me.
Yeah, he was stabbing.
He just straight pistols
Still
him in the
stabbing?
face.
24 total damage.
He died.
And you over there, what are you doing? My offhand attack.
Do we hear gun?
So it hits, but I don't add. What is offhand? Doesn't add proficiency bonus, right?
Nor modifier.
So just a
3 damage.
11. I rolled
Okay.
an 11 on my d12.
Still standing.
Unless you have dual wielder.
I don't even think
I
they
do
need
not.
help, honestly.
12 to hit the captain. Captain, it's your turn.
This man, how dare he?
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna attack this guy.
Okay.
17 to hit.
That's it.
12 damage.
Standing.
Take a 5-er.
He's just dancing
then I
around him.
attack this guy. 29.
Okay. That's it.
I would hope so.
43.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
43 damage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause of the
43
sneak.
damage.
Okay.
Is that considered an evisceration?
And then I take a step back.
Oh, you re-engage?
On guard.
This guy disengages and begins running through the alley.
This man explodes.
Do I have anything for this?
Alex,
What,
it's
for them
your
running?
turn.
Yes, I do. Sentinel allows me to make an op attack even if they disengage.
Oh, okay. Attempt to make
Remember
op
that
attack.
thing you were mad about like 5 sessions ago?
It's back.
Attempt to make.
24,
Uh huh.
13 damage.
He dies
Now
trying to
he's-
run away.
Holy fucking shit.
Primrose, you and Winston pick up the pace as you clearly can hear the cacophony of what sounded like a flintlock, and then you can clearly hear Alex's pistols go bang, 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 bang.
Oh, I know that sound. Oh, look. And they have a bunch of bodies. Good. I love that. You guys need healing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look on the bodies for maybe a note or like anything that might get us into the bar.
Probably.
4 scimitars, 4 pistols, 4 daggers, no notes, miscellaneous assortment of coins.
Oh,
You hear what sounds like boot steps running down from another street.
I'm gonna take the get the fuck out of town action and run past my crew. Run!
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm not that fast.
Mask starts running off as soldiers start coming around the corner. What are y'all doing?
Having a fucking discussion, apparently.
Yep, looks like we're gonna have to explain this, Alex.
Rogues. Away.
Okay. Well, Mask, you get away. Everybody else freezes in place.
Alright, I'm gonna wave towards the guards. Hey, can we get some help?
Look at these men. They
Soldiers
jumped me.
come into formation, level their rifles at you all, and they go, "Back up! Just drop your weapons where they are right now."
I didn't even have weapons out. We just came upon this.
Came upon.
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to step your animal down. Put it, if it's trained, make it lie down right now.
Cat lays down,
They put cat in defense mode.
Weapons to the side, sir.
belly up.
Airplane ears.
Sir,
I
please
comply.
throw your. Please. Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to close the door.
Let's you 3 step back 10 feet away from these bodies, please.
Okey-doke.
Yeah, let's boop badoop.
As he looks back, he goes, "All right, check them, men." As only 2 of them sling their rifles and like begin like checking the bodies and whatnot. And the officer looks to you 3 and goes, "All right, let's start with names."
Alex Burton. This is
Winston.
my
No,
cat.
no last
It's a
name.
cat.
Primrose Jillfine.
Very well. Ships that you sailed in on?
Traveler's Shadow.
Mass Maiden.
Masked Maiden, Winston says. Oh, 2 different separate crews. Do you all sail under the same banner?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Same fleet.
Name of your captains?
Slate.
Commodore Mask.
What?
Do they have letters of marque for Deer Gun?
Yes.
Commodore does, sir.
No.
God, they're driving the Greyhound ship over here.
What?
What?
There's no buses
Commodore.
in this.
Commodore has letters of marque, but there are Deargunian citizens.
All four dead. No identification, no marks, no papers. Now, in your own words, one at a time, before I think I have to separate you three, starting with you, miss. What happened?
Well, I just came from the alleyway over there. I heard shooting, and I found that my friend just apparently didn't need my help for healing at all. I'm a medical officer, so I thought somebody needed help. Apparently, he did just fine on his own.
Thank you, Mr. Thane. Winston, no last name. Yeah, nope. I was with her, escorting her back from the bar. We heard the gunfire, ran up ahead. Friend was in altercation. By the time we got here, those four were already dead and dispatched with. All right. And Mr. Burton, in your own words, please.
Yeah. Started at a pub that closed it down. I followed a couple of the patrons to another pub because they said they were going to keep drinking. When I got there, they told me that it was members only, and I needed to go to the Three Trumpets. So, Kat and I here headed out to go to the Three Trumpets, and the other pub kindly offered to have escort. I obliged because I have no idea where I'm going in town. And you can see my escorts and apparently their plethora of friends lined up on the curb now. I have no idea what's going on. I just wanted to have another nip at the Three Trumpets.
Point to the two escorts, if you could.
Sir, this one and this one.
So I take it this is your first day in Manlius, is that correct?
Prem, have we ever made port here?
We've never been here before.
No, definitely our first day.
When the sun's up the next morning, I would advise you to come up the Merchant District right after the Dock District. Hang a left, because there you'll find that the Three Trumpets is not a drinking establishment. It is actually where the... Oh, fuck, I'm having a brain fart.
It's a funeral home.
Hell yeah. It's a money laundering facility.
A den of crime.
A house of sin.
The Mortician's establishment.
Oh, they were planning to do you
Wow.
in the whole
That
time.
that was definitely an inside joke. Damn, I'm fucking dumb.
No, you're just drunk.
Hey, it was good stuff.
I'm surprised
It
you
was
held your
one
own.
beer.
That was a lot of
Prem,
people.
I
Jeez.
flirted with a lady. I flirted with a lady tonight.
Enough,
Yeah,
enough,
and
you
almost
three.
died.
Enough.
Sorry.
Mr. Burton, what establishment did you come from with your escort?
Oh, I don't know. We're a couple blocks back this way. Point him over my shoulder. I'm like, honestly, I started at a place where Miron was
Could you
singing.
point it out to me if we walked back, traced your steps back right now?
Probably the original place I was drinking, but not the second place I showed up.
Sir, if I may, my brother and I parted ways at it was called the Wheelbarrow, and then he said something about going to a jailhouse. I don't know where he ended up, but apparently he
Yeah. That's what it was.
That-
Blue Wheelbarrow? Something blue something?
Yeah.
Blue Wheelbarrow was the
stop.
first establishment, but does that jog your memory, Mr. Burton, of the second establishment and where it was?
No, I genuinely was riding the high of having spoken to a beautiful woman, and I was
Could you
conversing.
describe the place, Mr. Burton?
Dingy, gross, dark. Couple windows, not too many. One door to the eastern side, close to a small waterway. Lots of boxes and barrels out the front door. Seemed like pretty narrow entry.
Was it outside from the main dock district, or did it have a fishing skiff?
I don't think it had a fishing skiff. I think it was actually outside the dock district. You know what? I specifically remember being told that I needed to return to dockside if I wanted to keep drinking.
Mr. Burton, I advise you that you notify your Captain Slate. You're not to leave port for 3 days until this investigation concludes. If you leave any day earlier than that, you will be wanted for evading and obstruction of justice. Do you understand that, and are you familiar with the laws of Deergun?
I am familiar with the laws of Deergun as being a first generation from Gateway of the Burton family.
Wonderful! That's great news to hear, Mr. Burton. I would advise that you go sleep off tonight in your bunk. Please let your captain know. We, of course, the Constabulary of the Guard will approach the ship tomorrow morning with our own report. Miss Gilfane, if this is indeed your brother, you might want to have him toe the line. It is very, mixing with bad company is a poor judgment.
Apologies, sir. I'll try to make sure he makes less stupid decisions.
Remember, you can't leave for 3 days.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I lay down, crawl onto the back of Cat, and then I point to the east and I say, "Onward,
Alex,
kitty
please."
steed!"
Johnson, go get the dead ringer and have him bring the cart around. You see one of the soldiers smart a salute and run off down the street.
I just ride Cat home.
While all this is happening, me and Maya are just having like hot potties. We're like, I'm sure they're fine.
Nice.
They're just sailors.
You guys are on the ship spilling the tea.
No,
Yeah,
just just kicking it.
That's what that means, Bill, you old bitch.
Oh, how dare you?
I'm a veteran.
How'd you know?
Because me too.
All right,
Thank
Slate,
you,
how are we
sir.
getting out of here?
How indeed.
In a body bag. What do you mean? Fuck. I had like so much time to think about this.
And yet.
And yet here we go.
Well, if you need more time to think about
That's up to you guys. Hey, oh, you bitch.
Oh, you're gonna have
Go.
a lot of time. Jesus.
And
I
now,
hope you all have enjoyed tonight. This was definitely interesting and fun. Did not know where you guys were going with this. We will pick this up next week on Wednesday.
Neither did we.
And we'll see what happens and what choices you make going forward.
Commodore totally fucking bailed on us.
You gonna run too?
We're not as fast as him.
That's not.
that's not his fault.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean-
now we've got 3 days mandatory on Manlius, and
Tell you what.
we're gonna
I'm
have
not
to
abiding by that.
burn down that fucking jailhouse with all of them in it. Jesus.
If I get out of here,
Yeah, if. Strong if.
I don't think it's an if.
7, 8. Alex and Mask, hell yeah.
how dare you?
Oh, sorry, not 194. It's 125.
Where the fuck is my thing? I have to do math. Stop it.
Huh.
1, 3, 7.
Yeah. My encounter calculator says for 2 players at that level, those 4 CR-18s felt like a minor nuisance.
They were.
Yeah.
They were a minor nuisance. They teased them a bleed.
All right.
Also, I am the mobility annihilator.
While also being the most mobile one of us.
Mhm.
Ooh.
All right. Well, good
GG,
night, everyone.
guys.
I'll see some of you on Saturday.
Bye bye.
Now kill.
Adam, don't forget tables.
True.
I have the chairs, I don't have the tables.
Okay, I think that's a personal thing. Alright. Thanks for hanging out. Now we know where Miron goes. and he's aware of us, but he's not. We know where he is, and he knows we're here, but he doesn't know that we know that he knows. So, how are we gonna use that? All right, we'll figure it out. Thanks for hanging out. More D&D, like our wonderful DM Rob has said, on Wednesday next week. Yep, my DM is Scout Trooper V on Twitch if you want to message him with any questions, comments, or concerns, or just curiosities about his homebrew world, which has been fascinating. It's been like 2 in real life years playing those. 3 for some of them, but I joined late. So feel free to message him. Or if you want to message me at all, you can find me on Discord. I have it linked in my Twitch. So, 3 in-game years, yes! Oh my god, I think that means I have to add to my character's age. Yuck. Alright. Good night, everybody. I will see you next week on Wednesday. Bye.